Facebook, and I would just like to express my deep gratitude that you continue to hang in my Corgan flags in the arena. It brings a smile to my face every time I watch the show.
Mine too. Mine too. You know, quick thing since we're talking about Joseph. I started working with Joseph on the Indies about 10 years ago. He was Jocephus Brody, and because he was a Brody mark. You know, Brody was his hero as a wrestler. And the very first conversation I had with Jocephus, I said, why are you doing a Brody gimmick? And he said, well, people seem to like it, and they say I look like Brody. And of course, if you saw at one point, he was even he recreated Brody for like Dark Side of the Ring or something. He was in one of those. Because he did kind of look like Brody. And the very first conversation with him, I said, you're better than that. Nothing against Brody, but you're better than that. You're your own man. And so we started working on, not on Jocephus Brody, just Jocephus. We started doing this religious gimmick. And the high spot was an indie show. One of the members of the Smashing Pumpkins actually got in the ring with them, and they performed a psychedelic kind of Doors song. and he was playing a religious character, and he was walking around the ring, and it was an indie show. It was like a barn or something. He was walking around the ring, and he was screaming in little kids' faces about how he was God. And you know, this is Chicago, and they're like, is this wrestling? I tried to bring Joseph when I was in the office at TNA. I had a little bit of stroke in the thing, so I brought Jocephus in. They didn't feel it. They didn't like the Jocephus character, so then he was a character called Beauregard. I think he had one match and he skipped to the ring to a country song. And so when I bought the NWA, he was probably the first call that I made. Right? I said, okay, now this is my show now. You don't have to ask for permission. We don't have to go through some other motherfucker in the office, excuse me. And I said, finally, you'll have a chance to show the world how talented you are. So he comes in, he's doing his thing. Nothing really clicks, but I got all the patience in the world because I know how talented he is. I go, I got this idea. I need you to wrestle under a hood, as we say in the business, question mark, character I came up with. He walked through the curtain. Within 1 minute, the fans were chanting his name. Nice. And so our dear friend got to experience that love that he's talking about from fans like yourself. He got to experience what that actually felt like. He had his moment. And you don't know what that does for people. So when you could put that